So I emailed Jordan at Byrna with my test results of my LE in video form so he could see exactly what's happening. And here is his official response from Byrna. By nature, with all CO2 powered launchers, there is some level of variability in velocity. This can be caused by temperature, trigger pull speed, ammo type, elevation, CO2 internal pressure, and the liquid CO2 entering the system, just to name a few. The advertised speeds for our launchers are created under controlled conditions to try to eliminate the above listed variables. These speeds are based on a very large sample size where the mean value is then recorded. Individual launchers will vary from this advertised speed. So the first question that I have for Jordan and for Byrna is, what is your advertised feet per second speed? Because it's different wherever you look. On this box here, it states that it is 340 feet per second. On this box, it also states that it's 340 feet per second. However, if you go on the website, it is 330 feet per second. So which is it, Jordan? Is it 330 or is it 340? You know, for some of us, it does make a difference. Secondly, what is the effective range? Because on here, it says the effective range is 80 feet is the effective range. Oh, but on this box and on the website, it says it's 60 feet effective range. So what did your door blow open on your room that's supposed to be so, the environmentally controlled conditions? I don't understand where you're coming from. And let's talk about the 16 joules. Where did you even come up with 16 joules? That's not a high, that's not even low, that's not even an average. I mean, that is just crazy numbers right there. Let's take a look at all this. Hey everyone, Scott with Air Gunner Review. So this is my new LE. I actually received it about 2 weeks ago. For those who don't know what's going on, I had two really bad fails with this where if I had to protect myself, it would not have worked. The first one being I pulled the trigger and as you can see, the barrel moves inside the housing of it. And well, it got stuck inside here, and I take my finger, bring it out. The spring that was in here, the little retention sleeve, had broken free. Uh-oh. That's what happened before. It got stuck. Looks like it's going to have to go back to Byrna for repair. And then the second time, the valve seal, I believe it is, had bursted, and the air would just come out and the projectile would plop out. So after having two fails with it, they did repair it. They actually repaired it 2 or 3 times now, but I did not like what the chronograph numbers were. It was way lower than when I originally have it. This is why you should always get a chronograph, something like this. I'm going to leave a link below because this one's great. You'll see me using it in 2 minutes. This is only like $57 on Amazon, and if you've got Prime and free shipping, you really need to get one. Anyhow, let's take a look at the numbers that I got right when I received this, because they were super fantastic. Probably the best I've ever seen out of a Byrna LE. Let's see what my test was right after I received this. Here we go. Right after I take it off safety. .9, 446. That's pretty darn good. Second shot. 437, 432. Shot 3. 421, 416. $400, 408. $378, 385. And I don't remember how many more shots I have here. $369 to $366. And maybe one more. $356 to $352. That is pretty incredible. So that was awesome. I love the numbers with it. I really liked that LE. I thought finally they did it right. It was great. I went on and I shot I think a full 3 CO2 cartridges out of it. That was on a Saturday. Sunday, I decided to do a couple more tests to see how the power is. Give it another whirl, and I had a problem with the trigger. What would happen is it wouldn't reset. It would be delayed. I'd pull the trigger, and one would fire, and then next thing you know, I'm going like this and nothing, and then find out hear it click. Let's roll the tape and see what that looked like. So I returned once again the Byrna, and this time it went to their research and development department. There's a totally different address in Massachusetts. They went through it and they said it was a valve seal that had ruptured and was plugging the inlet port. Now, so let's take a look at the numbers that I got after I received my Byrna LE back. We have to pull the trigger. We are charged. We are on fire. Let's see what happens. 390 and 390. It's right on par. First trigger. And that one hit. Oh, and I didn't get that. 348. That one, I totally, that's why you wear glasses. It was 348. I don't know what it was there. Okay, next one. 308 and 305. Next shot. 284, 283. Next shot. 276 and 280. Not great numbers here. 273 and 274. 270, 272. So as you can see, when it was brand new, that first shot was 446 feet per second, which was over 26 joules. Well, that went down to 390 feet per second, which is 20.38 joules. So I mean, it lost 6 joules out of the very first shot. Second shot went to 432 new, and then after repair 348. And then it really drops down. It was 416 when it was brand new. And on my third shot, it was down to 308. So, I mean, it lost 108 feet per second by the third shot. So, brand new out of the box, my highest was over 26 joules. And then it went down to just over 16 joules. But after repair, it went from 20 joules down to 9.91 joules, which is basically the SD. And as you can tell from the email that I received from Byrna, that they are completely brushing off the entire thing like there's no problems at all. And I think that's why you're finding people like myself, even DK Spencer. He's had quite a bit of experience with Byrna, and I think they're losing the less lethal community, at least a couple of us, just because they are sweeping this whole thing under the rug and they're not being accountable for what's going on here. We know that once the Byrna LE is repaired, that it is not the same when it comes back. We're going to talk about the 330 feet per second average. I reached out to them regarding how did they come up with that. Well, they came up with that based on a seven shot magazine is how they did. And here is the email that that confirms it from Byrna. So this is going to bring me to my next point. It also states it's 16 joules. Okay. So exactly how are they coming up with 16 joules? Is that an average? It certainly isn't the maximum of 16 joules because we've already seen it shoot up to 26 joules. It's not the lowest joules, obviously, because it goes down to 9-something joules. So how did they determine that it is 16 joules? I'm not quite understanding it. So the one way we are going to take a look at it is that these little guys we all know are 2.9 grams. If you take one of these little guys right here and you weigh it, it comes out 2.9. I think that's pretty much so everybody who's in the less lethal understands that. But if you calculate the 330 feet per second to 2.9, and this is what you come up with right here. So based on 330 feet per second on their own website, that is only 14.5 joules. So where is that 16 joules coming in? See, this is the type of stuff I'm just not understanding why they just throw numbers out you. First, it's going to shoot at 80 feet per effective distance of 80, then it's 60, and then on the box it says 340 feet, then it's 330 feet on the website. 16 joules is coming out of, I mean, they're pulling that out of their ass because I don't know where else they're coming from. They really need to go back to the drawing board here on what they're doing and be more precise and to be upfront with the consumer of what they are getting. This is definitely a trust issue all the way around with Byrna right now with their LE. They have to stop making excuses for this, and they have to repair it. They have to figure out what's going on with it. And if you have a Byrna LE right now, there's a good chance at some point it's going to fail. And I believe that's why they took that 3-year protection off their website. Number one, and number two, if you've had it repaired, make sure that you pick up this guy. You've seen it in action for like $57. You can't beat it. Purchase it. Takes 4 AA batteries. It comes with an extra one of these just in case you break one, and one of these posts. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.